I am making this video sad to say that Juice World have died. So many of the people part of the emo movement, such as Triple X Tentacion, Little Peep, who is more or less a goth, and now Juice World have died, reportedly because of drugs. And I have to say, how come it couldn't be fucking Famous Dex? Like Famous Dex, so many artists I can think of, like Famous Dex, Lil Wayne, like you know, mm, Rick Ross, who was on Triple X Tentacion's latest album. So many of them have had seizures, but it had to be Juice World. Juice World, of all people, had to fucking die. Like, this is sad. Please, kids, don't use drugs. Now, he died reportedly on the airport. Like, he was flying somewhere and he landed in Chicago, his hometown, and he died. And I can just remember, like, just watching a video about Juice World and how he blew up when he was 18 years old. And so many of his songs are just like bumpers, bangers. Like, fucking come on, man. Like, I'm sorry this video is so unedited and shit like that. But I remember when Tom Petty died, I did a video about Tom Petty, and when the great Triple X Tentacion, who album just released, died, I made a video. So this is kind of going to be a short video talking about another emo messiah dying and just such worse circumstances. Guys, don't use pills. Just at most smoke dope. Like smoke pure dope. Like, or just be drug free at all. But make sure you just smoke and you realize that there's no ass in your hash. Like, don't let anybody put anything in your hash, like some crack or some weed or cocaine, just anything like that. Well, hash would be weed, but, just cocaine. Cocaine mixed with weed. Like, don't let them put anything in there. Just smoke grade hash, if you want to get high. Just don't try these pills because they will fuck with your mind and will make you overdose. It's the same thing that happened to so many Chicago artists, like so many Chicago artists that died. Like, who's next? Who's next? Who will be next to die of these fucking drugs, man? Just totally disgusting. But yeah, he died supposedly of a seizure, probably drug induced because he talks about a lot of drug uses. He left 3 prominent albums. He had he had a whole mixtape with Future, like The Wrld on Drugs. He had that album that just released, and he had like his first release that was pretty good, like solid releases, man. I love all his work, and it's sad and tragic that he had to die of a seizure of all things. A fucking seizure. Probably the same seizure that Lil Wayne had when he was on drugs. He probably is still on drugs. Probably the same seizure that Rick Ross had, and probably the same seizure that Famous Dex had. I mean, come on. Why isn't fate just taking fucking washed up artists? They're taking him in his prime and everything. He was only 20 fucking 1. He had his whole life to live, but he had to die like just this quickly. Like, come on, man. Just rest in peace, R.I.P. R.I.P. fucking Little Peep, R.I.P. Triple X Tentacion, R.I.P. everybody in the emo movement. Like, this is sad, man. Just tragic, just absolutely disgusting.